dust we are, and unto dust we shall return.
Hello and good morning. Indeed, it is Ash Wednesday. Lent has begun.
They agreed also.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it's also, when you see Titi like this, wait until you see Danny. It's also Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. It's all about showing love.
Okay, are we done now?
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
No! We made him wear that pocket square.
But
We made him wear it.
Danny's also in the kitchen looking all Valentine-y. How you doing, Danny?
Very well, Mike. I'm making up for all the red you've missed in your life. That's the plan.
And you know when they say you're bleeding?
Come on
Bleeding.
now.
Like you're bleeding, like the red around you. The red around you and Titi, I just had to find a way to balance because if I take anything more than this red, people would not have been able to watch this morning.
Well, hopefully it's inspired your fashion choices this morning.
Definitely.
But hopefully it's also put a smile on your face this morning. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Thanks for letting us into your homes again this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. You can, of course, stream the show live on our website. That's tvcentertainment.tv or on YouTube. Just search us out for TVC Entertainment on YouTube. And we're live right there, right now.
It's also ultra high frequency 49 on terrestrial, and then of course if it's DTT, if you're watching on cable, that will be channel 16 on Go TV. So it's a day of love. It's a day to celebrate love. You know, this morning I was listening to some stations on my way here. A number of people try to shirk or I live the Valentine and all of that. You see, I feel like every reason to celebrate love or to celebrate care should be taken. Yes, we can do love every day, you know. I might not be an aficionado, I might not be someone who's extremely excited about the day, but let people celebrate. Let people show love as much as they can. Let people receive love. Let people chop breakfast. Danny, it's a day of breakfast, right?
We are a breakfast show.
And people chop breakfast today, Danny. Danny, have you ever broken someone's heart?
Oh!
Oh, man. Okay, we'll talk about stuff like that and other stuff later on in the show. But let's get to show you what we have this morning. It's going to be a wonderful morning. We'll kick off with a performance. We're going to kick off with a performance this morning. It's a season of love.
Yes.
Even though it's also Ash Wednesday. We'll kick off the show with I was saying now, beautiful queen. Well, I'm here with two beautiful queens of my own. And they said they will serenade me with love songs.
Oh,
if not, I will take off this red.
You need to do more. You need to do better.
I tried. Like, imagine if we were all on red. There has to be balance, eh?
Oh, balance.
Oh, yeah, just give me two lines. What's your favorite love song?
Goodness me. So the one that comes to mind for me.
Jesus loves me. Yes, I know. For the Bible tells me so. God is love and love is God. That's all that matters.
Yes, it is. God is love. God is love.
If God wasn't love, you'd be here, bruh.
We be our time.
No, but God is love.
Auntie, what's your favorite love song?
Have you ever loved somebody so much it make you cry? Have you ever?
You don't break hearts time.
What's that supposed to be? What's that?
See the song.
What's that?
Which one is mine?
I
think it's Endless Love.
Oh, Endless Love. Diana Ross.
Diana Ross, yeah.
And Luther Vandross.
My endless love, you are the one.
Sing it.
You know, I told you to sing. I'm singing Jesus Loves
But
Me.
Jesus loves me now. That's my favorite song.
What's your favorite love song?
I'm serious, that's it.
That's your favorite love song?
Yeah.
I mean, with all this queenness and everything, Jesus Loves Me, I can bring her. We'll remove this red from that you're wearing now.
Give us one love song now.
I'm serious. I really don't.
None comes to mind.
No, it's not. I don't know. I have a lot. That's the issue.
Which one comes to mind first?
None. Jesus Loves Me is the one.
Okay, Casey and Jojo.
Waiting for it. Yeah, which one? Which of them?
All my
All My Life. All My Life was a classic. All My Life is a classic.
Oh, that's a lovely one.
All My Life is a classic. It is. It is a classic.
That I finally found you.
Then another one for me. I'll just run up with this one. Colors of Love. There's quite a lot.
Yeah, no.
You done it. I told you to sing.
Colors of Love now.
Let's check. Oh, the heat these days, Sha. We're going to check out the weather, but it's been so humid and hot.
Just make sure that, you know, whatever you're planning, it's in air-conditioned circumstances.
Don't plan anything. Go to church and collect ash.
Let's check out the weather. Good morning. The news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messikeno. Now, the House of Reps are seeking stiffer penalties for anyone who engages in female genital mutilation. This comes on 2 days after the Parliament calls on the federal government to ensure strict compliance with the compulsory treatment and care for victims of the Gunshot Act 2017. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Female genital mutilation is an age-long practice in Africa. The campaign for an end to the practice has been on for years, but some communities are still not deterred. Lagos federal lawmaker Kafilat Ogbara brings before the House a bill seeking amendment to the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act 2015 to increase the penalty for offense of female genital mutilation.
The penalty we have that is existing now is about 100,000 and 2 years. We have tried to amend instead of 100,000 to 1 million naira, and from 2 years to 5 years.
The House also adopted a motion proposing drastic action against health facilities refusing to treat accident and gunshot victims without police reports.
Section 7 of the Act states that any authority or persons whose omission results in the unnecessary death of a gunshot victim shall be liable to imprisonment for 5 years or fine in the sum of 500,000 or both.
In another motion, the legislators moved to probe incessant occurrence of domestic gas explosions in the country.
Resolves to engage stakeholders in the gas industry to develop strategies for preventing future gas explosions.
The House called on the National Judicial Council to revisit alleged lopsidedness in the appointment of High Court judges into 12 vacancies in the nation's capital to reflect the principle of federal character.
Whereas every state of the Federation has judges from their respective states appointed in the FCT High Court system, 4 states, namely Ebonyi, Abia, Imo, and Bayelsa, do not have a single indigene from their states.
The Parliament also wants state governments investigated over the utilization of the increased monthly Federation Allocation Accounts Committee.
Most of these states with increased allocation faces significant challenges, even in the payment of salaries, effective management of public institutions, and provision of public transportation.
4 members, including Fuad Laguda, who replaces former Speaker and Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, took their oath of office at Tuesday plenary to become bona fide members of the 10th House of Representatives. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
On to a foreign story. Reports say negotiations for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza have resumed in Cairo, Egypt. Senior officials from the U.S., Israel, Egypt, and Qatar are meeting as Israel faces strong international pressure to stop its bombardment of the southern Gaza city of Rafah. About 1.5 million people are crammed into this small border town amid fears of an Israeli ground offensive. Israel's prime minister rejected as delusional ceasefire proposals by Hamas last week. Benjamin Netanyahu said a total victory was possible in Gaza within months. He later ordered Israeli troops to prepare to expand their ground operations and vowed to defeat Hamas gunmen hiding in Rafah. U.S. President Joe Biden has called for civilians in the area to be protected. And that's it on the news for now. We'll take a time out. Stay with us. The show is just getting on the road.
I remember my favorite love song.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, you not remember?
You remember now? Okay. Go ahead. Tell us.
Love is such a beautiful thing. Don't judge again.
Oh, wow. Nice one.
You're not that right.
Nice.
You're not that
Nice.
What do you mean? I'm
That's
not
a nice
that
song.
Love.
That song rings.
Fall in love.
Yeah.
What are Nigerian love
Fall in
songs?
love.
We've not spoken about.
That's
Is that
It's
love
a
song?
love. It is a love.
So there are
Girl,
some
I'm
artists you
happy.
expect love songs from, like artists like Praise, well, former Inyanya.
And so which ones are your favorite?
Yeah.
Which one?
Which
Former
ones?
Inyanya.
Which ones are?
Inyanya of before.
Which Nigerian
Johnny
love song?
Drill.
Johnny Drill, okay.
Yeah, Johnny Drill.
Which one of his songs?
Exactly.
Which one? Which one?
They're too plenty.
Which one? Which one?
Chike.
Chike.
Chike. Which
Yes,
one from Johnny Drill? I'm
plenty
trying to
now.
think.
Because
Timmy Dakolo.
Timmy Dakolo. Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Obim. That's the one. The Igbo wedding song and all of that.
Yeah.
I loved listening to that song, and yeah, Love for the Nation also.
Well, true.
That's what people are talking about now. But yeah, we do have some.
There are a lot of wedding
classicals.
songs.
Which are the classical love songs?
For Nigeria.
For Nigeria.
Or,
Talking about Nigeria.
There's plenty. Oh.
Is this
They're plenty.
Wumi and did they sing a love song?
Which one? Who?
Today I will
Wumi
meet
Tunde and Wumi Obey.
Yeah.
Of
They
course
did.
they did, definitely.
They should have had.
Funny, I
Okay,
can't remember the
but
song
two of
right
you here, I want to ask this question. And this is based off something that has been trending, maybe not in Nigeria, but in the US. Now, oh, by the way, I'm sure you had seen Usher's halftime Super Bowl performance,
Yes,
right?
of course.
Ooh, Alicia Keys in that dress.
Feisty.
Exactly. That's what I want to talk
Yeah.
about. Alicia Keys wore this lovely red dress. It was all resplendent and
And the effects they did.
Yeah.
exactly.
The dress
And then she was on
flowing.
this red grand piano. It was a mega celebration. That whole performance. So she wore this red, and of course, we already had there were rumors of herself coming in. By the way, this has been the most watched Super Bowl in history.
Yeah. because
People
of
also,
Usher,
people also are credited to Taylor Swift. Her boyfriend won, and so
Oh, yes.
they were trending, the kiss and all that. But now,
Yeah.
the point I want to ask is this: Usher performed
The halftime. Yeah.
my boo with
Yeah.
Alicia Keys, and
You got to
there was
carried
this.
away.
Yeah, she said she got carried away, but there was
lost
this
carried
meme,
away.
and there was chemistry, wonderful
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
Swiss Beats is Alicia Keys' husband.
Yeah.
And so they made memes of how. Now this is the first meme. Now Monday when you get rich, your office husband. But then this thing said going out that, oh man, how can you allow your wife
Yeah.
have such as in quote? It wasn't so for me. It was just
wasn't
very normal.
that bad.
But they made it. They made it so.
Wasn't
They said
a good jump.
it was a steamy performance.
Of course,
Now,
it was supposed to be.
They put it under pressure so much that Swiss Beats had to respond.
Wow.
And so that means that it actually got to him in some ways. He had to respond. Now, Alicia Keys, by the way, is one of the most beautiful women in this world.
No makeup.
She doesn't do makeup. And, wow.
This woman is hot.
Like if I wanted to have a grand wedding and somebody came up like that with no makeup, she's just sweetly beautiful. And then
Mike's wife.
and then she came up with this lovely, she has this lovely shape. She's just a beautiful woman. And so everybody goes like, I just want to ask both of you, yeah? If we had to perform
What?
and I held you that way, would your other half, your spouse, your whatever, have any issues with it? Would you have issues? First of all, this is a performance. It's all in the spirit of love. And you know, some people say jealousy is the other side of love. That look, if somebody's not jealous, then it's not love. Do you believe that, first
I
of
have
all?
this.
Is jealousy?
It's a
I
double-edged
feel it's
sword. That.
in it, but you
Isn't
can't
it?
say it is.
It is it.
Too.
Okay, all
I
right.
feel
So,
it's part of it. But
so
it's not.
if we had to perform, like we do perform sometimes, and I had to hold you that way, how would your other half feel?
So
How do you think your other half
you
would
wear
feel?
red, first of all.
would you
All
wear
of you
it?
wear red. It was Alicia Keys that wore red.
Oh dear.
I wish you could just show some pictures of that thing.
In terms
Was
of
it-
other half, when you're picking your partner, first of all, you have to, he has to understand what you do, the industry you work in. When Swiss Beats met Alicia Keys, she had already met Usher, but she no go marry Usher. Do you understand? She married you. So, guy, you don't have any issue. They did that My Boo song, and that song trended for weeks. It was on the charts for weeks and weeks and weeks. And in
still
the
a
video, that was how he hugged her. That was even the choreography from the music video. If you go check the music video, those steps forward and back that she was doing, and then the hug from behind, it was part of the video. That was exactly what they did. So he had already been there, so to speak.
It's why you're making this so awkward.
Answer the
It is
question.
awkward.
I'm analyzing.
No,
So
I'm just telling you that she ain't got no problem with it.
but my husband understands
got no problem
Have you
with
seen
I'm in.
Usher? Sheena.
No.
That's another thing. You are,
What
of
now?
course, you are into pageants and all of that.
Oh, come on.
You've had to I mean, you do bikini shoots and all of that, and then probably maybe you've modeled and all of that. You know, so yeah, how have you dealt with stuff like that? Like, have you ever snapped any picture that looks compromised with a male model or something?
I literally was in Chris Daniel's Mama video.
Ooh. Okay.
And the male model was.
Not really from. It was my love interest.
Wow.
But it could be a love interest without.
No, yeah. So it was nothing extreme or anything, and all of that, right? And so I mean, I feel there. As you said, you need to understand the partner you're with, right? But then again, what's important? My partner now. By the time you hold me finish.
What?
You don't have a problem with it?
Yeah. How will you not have a problem? Have you seen that man? Of course, and then these are conversations we actually speak about. I believe he's a really, really like rational, like thinking person. But then again, there's just a part of Ikiti you cannot take out of him.
I understand you. But do you think that for Swiss Beats putting out that post and addressing it, you think that? What do you think was the state of mind? You think that did he have to address it?
I think we live in a world now where we're being judged by millions of people online every single day. If he did feel like he needed to address it, it's probably because, you know, it's a man thing. It's a man's world right now. The things they were saying about this guy. The things they were saying, I was like, man.
I don't think there's any hard and fast rule to it. As regards to how you should react or how the person should react. But for him to come, of course, he felt a need to actually do that. But then again, I believe himself and Alicia Keys, they have a connection and an understanding. Do you get? And then again, when it comes to, first of all, the cultures are different. Africans and those people, they are very, very different. And of course, I mean, for them, when they are pushing, they were pushing love. They were pushing something. It was the Super Bowl. They were literally going to do anything to make so whatever traction, whatever they're getting right now was exactly how they planned it.
Exactly.
Okay, Titi's going to tell us a little bit about Valentine, but incidentally, that same night, Usher got married.
Yes, that day.
Yeah,
they got married that day.
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
They before. He got married that day.
They don't want to
He got married that day. But Titi, you want to say something about Valentine?
No. Well, I was going to talk about the history of Valentine. I don't want to bore anyone. I want to talk about one of my Valentine's experiences.
Okay.
So, you know, Mike was telling us before we came on air that, you know, it's been a while since he received a Valentine's gift. So we said, you know what, we'll throw it out to the public. If you would like to send Mike Mesikeno a Valentine's gift,
we
we're at TVC Communications Continental, where we're receiving gifts on behalf of Mike. He said in his entire life he's only received gift once. Wow. Once. And we need to rectify this. We need to rectify this.
I've received gift
But
once.
the reason why I haven't given, you know, many Valentine's gifts was because of one particular experience where I had arranged the whole hamper for a particular guy. And then last minute he said it's not coming. I had arranged everything. No, there was nothing like all those things then. This is a very long time ago. There was nothing like courier then, except for DHL. He didn't show up. I ended up eating everything myself. I ended up, everything. I even did engrave. You know what? Forget. I did everything. So from there,
I'm just gonna say it.
I chopped breakfast that day.
Men are the best things in this world.
But the guy, I've spoken to the guy after that day, and I said, you remember what you did to me that year? So I threw it back in his face once.
Okay.
3 times.
Well, just share the love, share the heartbreak, share the breakfast. It's Valentine's Day. We'll see you after this.
All right, then it's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this February 14th. We're starting with The Nation newspaper. Mike Mesikeno is here on this as well. Let's start with The Nation. It says here, major headline, Emefiele's $6.2 million trial. Buhari's signature forged, says ex-SGF. Boss Mustafa disowns approval authorizing CBN to pay foreign observers during 2023 polls. 3 forgery suspects watch listed by Interpol, and the federal government files charges in court. On face value, I can say that this document did not emanate from the office of the president. That's the quote. The story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 3. Access Holdings awaits CBN's nod for Agbede as CEO. A photo there as well. It says payment of wage award for federal workers resumes. Minister Labour meet. Oyetola Ports Community Plan will aid ease of doing business. Page 7 has more on that. And Nigeria and UK sign pact to boost trade. Now, the photo story there is an interesting one, of course, where the Super Eagles showed up at Aso Villa yesterday. It was all over social media.
Yeah, that's not what I want to talk about, really.
Really?
Okay. You know, this the $6.2 million trial is the one that blows my mind. I don't know whatever. Some people are talking about conspiracy theories about how maybe that might not be the case. Mayfield has been set up and all that. But you know, there was a time when the story came about a staff member of the presidency at one time forging even the president's signature. We've heard about this before, and how it was just a little bit in hushed tones and all that. But this one is big, man, and we just it's like Nigeria just seems to at every point in time just surprise you, even though when you know that you cannot. I mean, $6.2 million, and we heard that the money was paid, even the equivalent was paid in naira.
It boggles.
It's mind-boggling. Exactly, it's mind-boggling.
But when you think about it, when you think of conspiracy theories, it does feel like most of these theories have some inklings of truth in them.
Yes, probably because I mean, to election observers, I don't get. They came to observe. Wouldn't they do that on their own bill? Why should we have to take that on our bill? That's not case for. But there is just so much of cleanup that needs to be done on everywhere, and I'm wondering. Is this something that can be done in what time? But man, this is shocking. At least
the investigations have begun, and we will definitely be following up on those stories. I think we have the Daily Independent with us now, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's talk about the federal government asks for more time as Labour insists on strike ultimatum. The riders underneath that headline go on to say promises to fast-track implementation of a 16-point agreement. A minimum wage should be reviewed annually, and also President and stakeholders point to ways to promote fair resolution of disputes. There's still talk here about the 6.2 million election fraud. Ex-SGF Mustafa exonerates self and says Buhari didn't okay fund. Niger Republic retaliates, bans Nigerian flights from airspace. Rising insecurity, Senate grills security chiefs for over 5 hours. And reps step down bill to make varsity degree minimum qualification for office of president and governors. Now, this is quite interesting. We are in a country where basically, Titi, I don't know how many jobs you can get without a university degree. There are quite a few. But now when it comes to electoral positions, it is the SSCE, as it were. So there was this bill that was being pushed that the minimum qualification should be a university degree. And the reps, the people who are in these positions, unanimously rejected it.
So when you think about it, it does feel... So there are so many businessmen who did not get tertiary institution degree, who are multi-millionaires today. I'm not even going to use the term billionaire. I'm going to say multi-millionaires today. And how they got their business done was through acumen, through maybe mentorship, and then true grit, the Nigerian grit that we know that each Nigerian businessman has.
But the point is that that's our business. We're talking about elective positions here. President and governors. Wouldn't you rather have somebody who was educated to at least tertiary level?
Definitely, in my opinion,
I would want
yes.
that.
But that's not to say that someone without a tertiary degree cannot
live. Facts. But we are saying that a minimum qualification is not bad for tertiary institutions for such elective positions.
Well, we'll definitely see how that story turns out eventually. We'll definitely be looking into that.
They've stepped it down. There's no way starting out again. They don't want...
Mike. All right. Now, there is quite a bit more on this cover, but I think we should go over to another paper now. This picture just keeps following us through each of the papers with the Super Eagles at Aso Rock. Of course, Tinubu gifts Eagles land, houses, national honors after AFCON.
Let's talk about that, yes. At one point, I thought about it. I was like, okay, yes, these guys have served or done what they need to do.
Yeah.
But these lands that are being given, are they, these lands that are being given, you know, because we've had this before where, and all of that, a number of people have asked that, is it okay to give lands that are taxpayers, you know, what is paid for by taxpayers to these people? I mean, how many of our servicemen have we given lands and all of that? Because, you know, remember the recent issues about pensions and all of that for those who are in service and even the wage and all of that. So that question has been there and all of that. But of course, when it comes to AFCON and the Super Eagles, the major one that has been trending has been Alex Iwobi. And
but I'm going to take you back to that land conversation again. I'm going to take you back. You know why? Because just recently we heard of a former Nigerian tennis player, international tennis, who represented Nigeria and fell on hard times. Now, at this point, we are trying to reward these athletes for what they've done, such that in future, you know, they'll be settled. Even if they don't go back into the international footballing community, at least their families will have, you know, a house to live in or whatever
Valid.
it is. Yeah. So
and I'm not taking anything away from the validity of your posit on that particular issue. But my point I'm just trying to make is that, look, I would rather priority be given to servicemen. I mean, have we thought about servicemen and their families? People who died giving their lives, who gave their lives for this country. How about their families? As much as we're going to do this one, I feel like when it comes to the scale of preference, those ones are higher. That's just what I think.
Okay, at this point, we are wrapping it up on the covers of the dailies. We'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Make sure you use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC as you send in your comments. And, of course, tag us. That's Wake Up Nigeria TVCE. All right, then, let's take a quick break and be back with more.
Thank you so much for staying with us on this very special Valentine's edition of Wake Up Nigeria. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we actually discuss relationships, right? Incidentally. And today we're going to be talking about reigniting the spark, improving intimacy and friendship in marriage. Now, I have here with me Oluwatobiloba Olumide Ajayi. She is a seasoned certified family life practitioner, a marriage and relationship counselor. She is the lead consultant at Grace Made Family Institute, an institute on a mission to impact and transform at least 1 million plus marriages by 2030. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria. How are you doing today?
Thank you.
I love your red outfit.
Yeah, it's
definitely on theme. Of course,
Valentine's Day.
And happy Valentine's to you.
Same to you.
All right, so tell me now. Last week we were talking about what was the conversation we had last week?
Why people cheat.
Let's leave that one. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about reigniting the sparks and friendship in marriage, intimacy in marriage. So now tell me, of course, like, I mean, it's Valentine's Day. A lot is going on for single people, for married people, and all of that. And funnily and interestingly, most married people, when I ask them about Valentine's Day, some of them are not, they don't necessarily see, especially in this part of the world, you know, it's the single ones that is gingering. So is that also like part of the reason why we need to ignite the spark?
So because a lot of times people settle, you know, after a while, you just get so used to each other, you start to take each other for granted, no more chasing and all that. And so what happens is that you're not really celebrating those special days the way you used to. You're like taking each other for granted. So you need to keep fanning the flame, like you're trying to reignite the passion, the spark, you know, just like charcoal, you know, when someone is trying to fry the roast, the suya, stuff like that, you know, after a while you see that they'll start to fan it. So that's what has to happen in marriage, or else you just see that your distance, there's a distance between you, and then there's no more connection, the bond is waning off and all that. So you need to keep putting in the work.
Okay, amazing. I think this conversation, to be honest, is actually predicated, because I feel when we have had it last week, just so people can know how to plan to, because the day is already here now. Do they want to start reigniting this package? They don't have
not
plans.
Too late.
But anyways, it's better late than never. We still have some hours left in the day. So tell me, so what are the practical ways to actually reignite? Let's start with friendship, right? The friendship in marriage.
Okay, so because marriage also has to do with romantic feelings and, you know, all that. for instance, we mentioned Valentine's Day, since today is Valentine. You know, you give gifts, you celebrate each other on special occasions so that you feel special, both of you feel special. I think that the major thing is communication, actually. Because, I mean, you have to keep communicating, talking to somebody. That's the way you understand each other. And I discovered that a lot of marriages become transactional. So their communication is not deep. It's just, they're talking about bills, children, work, and all that. So they don't really talk about themselves, the marriage, their hopes and aspirations, what they like and what they don't like. You know, they're not really vulnerable with each other. And of course, those are the basic foundations of friendship. So they have to keep communicating, and of course, you spend time together. Before you, I mean, to be somebody's friend, you need to spend time with the person. So you need to spend quality time. As in, the emphasis is on quality time.
Define quality time. What would you say that?
Let me just be practical about it. A lot of times you are together, somebody's pressing phone, the other person is on, watching the TV. And you discover that a lot of people are closer to people that are far away, somewhere else, than even the person in the same room with them, just because of social media and all that. So quality time means paying attention to the person, listening to the person actively, you know, doing things together, shared interests, you know, going out together and all that. And talking about going out together, it's part of what builds the friendship, you know, date nights, vacation, because you're creating memories, you know. And you're increasing or improving the positive feelings that you have for each other. Because I mean, when you're out together, you're probably in the happier mood, and then you're talking, you're gisting, you're you know, just having fun, basically.
All right. Okay. So I think I get the idea and the grand picture of what you're trying to paint now. So something that is prevalent in these times, right, is the fact that I mean, on Valentine's Day like this, people see the show of love as really high priority. I mean, this one is surprising, this one with car. Or this on the internet, Titi said she didn't stay off the internet today for certain obvious reasons. You understand? Because there's pressure everywhere. And now people feel the need to outdo when it comes to giving, all of that and everything. So now it seems like, I mean, material things are literally beginning to take over. You also mentioned, I mean, going out, taking vacations. All these things are going to cost money, right? And then, of course, going out, even if you're just going in Lagos, once you step out of your door like this,
you're spending.
100K has gone. Do you understand? So tell me, so what are those ways? I mean, people that literally still want to keep the flame alive. So, I mean, they don't feel, because a lot of times people feel bad because, okay, my partner doesn't get me this, or hasn't gotten me this and everything. So how can we still, like, manage our expenses, budget, and still reignite that love and friendship?
Okay, so I would start by saying that you even need to learn your partner's love language. Because a lot of times a lot of people do not know their partner's love language.
Is money.
And they cannot speak it fluently. We might say that there's no big deal about it, but there's big deal about it. Because I want you to love me the way I want to be loved, not the way you want to love me. And a lot of times we give love the way we want to be shown.
Receive it.
Or receive love. So it's not everybody that is very big on gifts and going out and all that. Some people just love, you affirm them, words of affirmation, acts of service. Those ones don't cost money. You know, writing poems for somebody and dropping Post-it notes all around the house. And, you know, they are just finding it at different spots and all that. They still feel special. As in, when you support what they're doing, you know, your acts of service, you help them to do stuff, to cook, to get the child or the children to you know, wash their cars, whatever you want to do. As in, that's for some people is love. Or being interested in what they are doing and then showing support. Maybe they're going to work, you ask them about work, you know. So I think that you can show love in different ways. And of course, if your spouse is big on some of these things, then you find ways in which you can do it without spending so much if you don't have so much. But, I mean, if you have, please spend it.
Splurge. All right. Amazing. Thank you so much. This conversation can actually really go on, but we have to actually stop it right now. Thank you so much for your insights. And we'll practicalize them.
Yeah.
All right. And definitely hoping to see you next week again.
Yes.
All right. And that's it on the relationship segment right here with Olumide. I mean, she has definitely dropped all the hints. So you guys should pick one or two and literally go all out for the ones you love. We're going on a quick break right now. When we come back, still so much happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Ladies, they say are moved by words, while men are moved by what they see.
And that's why we wear red, so that you see us very well today.
I don't care about February.
As we're walking, you notice that we are there.
I don't care about February 14th because I know you are the one for them. Good morning, welcome. It's the second lap of the Valentine episode on Wake Up Nigeria. We've had a wonderful first hour, and of course it was rounded up by that wonderful performance by Victory Ashaka. Yes. Go check out on YouTube. For you ladies, if no guy has given you some lyrics today,
just play it.
Just play Victory's own. Just put in your earpiece and just sleep off. Victory will serenade you with those wonderful lines. So it's a wonderful way to round the first hour.
We still have quite a bit on the love side of things this Wake Up Nigeria, this February 14th. We have, of course, coming your way, Precious Isime. She's going to be giving us another amazing spoken
man,
word.
Today is the day of love. So you see, words. So for you ladies, today was set for you. Words. For we, this is what we see. We're looking forward to that one. But the Isime Precious, of course, is going to be here. We're going to start off the second hour with her to have a wonderful performance again on the show.
Yes,
and from that, of course, we also have nutrition.
Yes, and on nutrition today, we're going to be asking the question, what's in your kid's lunchbox? What are you sending your child to school
What's
with?
in your kid's lunchbox?
Food.
What kind of food? Is it food you cooked or?
Food, water. So I'm one of the blessed ones now. My kids are cooking themselves now.
Oh.
Yeah, so
all right.
At least they can warm the food from yesterday. But it is important to take note of what they are taking to school, and we will be looking into that as well.
All right, and then of course later on the show we have Obi Nelson for a musical performance.
Yes, sir.
And after
it's not just a musical performance. Obi Nelson has a voice that is like, it's smooth like chocolate.
So today's the day for the ladies. I mean, after poetry, you're going to have a performance.
Lovely.
Right.
He's a Nigerian jazz vocalist, guitarist, and actor. He sounds so amazing. You want to stay for that performance.
And we'll round up the show with Queen Elizabeth. Woo! The third?
Okoye.
The third?
Okoye.
Okoye.
Yes,
the third? Well, she's beautiful. And of course, we'll be talking to her about her acting and all that she's been doing, and also her reign in her monarchy. How has Elizabeth I and II, how have they inspired her to push it forward, push the monarchy forward?
Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the second hour of the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV. Don't worry, we're also live on YouTube. Just check us out.
Yeah, but we just have to, I mean, Danny can't just pass without just seeing how beautiful Danny looks, of course. With that, her red. Danny, want to take the skirt up so that we can see?
Wow, Mike. What are you talking about? Yeah, so she has a touch of pink on her, and that is actually cool because this.
Danny, are we singing? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Now,
let's
the
go.
touch of pink.
Let's go.
Red and pink is perfect combination.
I honestly believe that pink should actually be the color of love. Just saying.
Okay.
I feel it has that softness to it, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, but the thing about red is that they say it's the color of danger.
Exactly. Why are you associating danger with love? Why?
Let's take a look at what the weather will be like, and then when we get back, of course, after the weather, Isime Precious will be here to perform, right?
Yes, indeed.
So it's weather, right? Okay. Let's take a look at what the weather is like. It's been hot, really, this period in time. Actually. All right, it's been humid and all of that. And I would say, how have you been holding up with the weather this period?
So I've actually really been trying, because it really is about what we can do to just cool down our entire environment at this point. Speaking of cooling down the environment, let's take the next performance. It's going to be a spoken word performance, and it's brought to you by our friends at Lush. All right then. Now, after all that all the very emotional words we just heard, the thing that stands out is the final line. The decision. I've made the decision to love you. Love is a decision. It's a choice. And hopefully you choose to love on someone today. Okay, then we're heading into our nutrition segment. And the loves of our lives definitely are our children. Now, no matter what, we have to show love in different ways. And showing love could be putting that extra effort into picking what needs to be in your child's lunchbox, especially on a day like today. Now, these days, everywhere you go, you have children exposed to all sorts of sugary, unhealthy, salty, oily foods, oily snacks, and it does seem to be what they demand for these days. But at this point, I'd like to welcome Eziaha Bolaji Olojo to talk to us about what we need to put into our kids' lunchboxes. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Titi.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine. You're wearing red for me.
I can see your touch of red, your nails.
Thank you, yes. Yes.
Thank you for coming to talk to us today. Now, from a nutrition point of view, there's all sorts of numbers and calculations and calorie counting and all that stuff that we don't really want to hear every single time. But when it comes to our kids, we sort of just let it go. You know, we just sort of give them anything they request for. It's just easier as a parent. Just, which one do you want? Yeah, take that one. Go, be going to school. That's how it feels. But let's have a little breakdown of what you believe should be in our kids' lunchbox.
You know, if I heard Isime, the spoken word artist, before now, I'd have named it plates of affection. Because she said it when she was speaking. Plates of affection. I feel like that's what our kids' lunchboxes should be. Lunchboxes of affection. I mean, like you said, they're the loves of our lives.
Yeah.
Titi, do you know that? So many people don't know that in Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Health, so there's a body called the National Policy for Food and Nutrition of Nigeria. They have a healthy plate model.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And it covers SACs. SACs are school-age children, preschool-age children, right up until the elderly.
Wow.
But many people don't know. Now let me break down what is there. On the very first level, we have fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and veg?
And in fact, the first two levels, you should have them in every single plate. Every single meal should have it. So fruits and vegetables, and then carbohydrates, the good one, whole grains and all. Now, these two, let me just stay with fruits and vegetables. So I'm a health coach, and I help people lose weight and all of that, stay healthy. And one of the things we say within, you know, our coaching community, we call them ATMs. You know how you have your ATM everywhere that you are?
Card,
Yes, your ATM card. Fruits and vegetables should be the ATMs of our homes.
Wow.
Literally, you know how you were saying we just give our children, just take anything. Especially when they start talking and you're
Don't
like,
stress
you know what?
me.
Please, please. But how about we started to make the fruits and vegetables really the ATM everywhere you turn within the home? Because the reason why our children are requesting for those things is because we have them. We actually buy them. But when you think of plates of affection, kitchens of affection, fridges of affection, pantries of affection, think ATMs. Let's make fruits and veggies. And the beautiful thing is that fruits and veggies are always in season. There's always something. We don't have two. We don't have three. We have literally uncountable.
Because of where we live, because we're in Nigeria, thankfully we have a lot of organic fruit and vegetable available in the markets. But it does feel like a pricier option in some cases. So for instance, some children are very picky when it comes to fruit and vegetables. Some don't even want to see vegetables. Some just don't like the idea that they have to take it. And they've been introduced to addictive, sweetened snacks that are everywhere around them. So what can we do to make those adjustments? We know we've made an error already. We're in it now. What are the adjustments we can make, little by little?
Okay, I love that. You know, interestingly, in that plate I talked about, the healthy plates model, the fifth and the smallest, it's actually stuff like that, maybe the unhealthy stuff. Yes, but you're supposed to have them in moderation. We're not even saying don't have them. We're saying have them in moderation. Now, like you said, a lot of moms, a lot of parents have made the mistake, and we can't even, I mean, it just seems like the rule of thumb. As they grow older, there are certain things we put in their lunch boxes because we have arrived. I mean, how will my children not have this and that? So since we have started it, the best way to reverse it is to start gradually. Now, if your children are able to communicate, and a lot of children can communicate, you can have a conversation with them. show them the figures, show them pictures, show them the harm. UNICEF, World Health Organization.
Actually expose them to it.
Yes, expose them to it, because once they know better, our children are smart. They will do better. Show them, tell them that this, you can even tell them, mommy has done wrong. Daddy has done wrong. Now we're ready to right the wrongs. Then let them be a part of the process. Don't exclude them, because there's something for ownership. When they feel like, oh, you didn't just drop something on my plate, drop something on the table, but I was a part of it. So where possible, go shopping with these children. Show them.
See it.
Yes, our children are so computer literate these days that just show them on the system, this is what is happening. This is what is inside your meals. And as you start to make those small changes, because they're part of the process,
they'll feel more involved.
Yes.
They'll get more involved.
And compliance.
Now, we're going to go through a list of things, actual items that would be best for your kids' lunchbox after this break. Welcome back. We're still talking to Ezeaha Bolaji Olojo, talking nutrition and what should be in our kids' lunchboxes. Now, yes, we understand we've done wrong. We know we've been lazy. We've not been as affectionate with our choices in our kids' lunchboxes. Okay, so give me a blow by blow. What exactly can I put in my kids' boxes from today that can make a difference? Small changes.
Number one, water.
Water.
You know, you talked about it.
Yes.
Water. Our children have no business drinking any other thing apart from water and milk. Actually, UNICEF says that children after the age of 2, you know, you're no longer taking breast milk. All you should be taking water and milk.
Wow.
Nothing else.
So none of those fruit packs, none of those juices, none of those yogurts, nothing like that.
None. Water
and
first.
Milk.
Water first and milk, you know. But you know, you could give your kids milk at home. So you can just give them water in school. And this is where the schools play a huge part, because the schools can really change things based on the power that they have. And these days, there are lots of schools who are deciding that, you know what, we're no longer having junk in the lunchbox. We're no longer having all of those drinks. They're insisting.
They can insist.
Yes, for some schools, they tell you a couple of days a week. Some schools have completely phased it out, which is beautiful. I'm currently interviewing educators from around the world and on the policies they have in their schools. And I'm just happy to say that many schools are doing that. So there's water. Number 2, there's a carbohydrate. You have to have, for energy. Children are constantly burning energy. So you need to have a healthy carbohydrate. And of course, a simple Google search will show us what healthy is. Proteins. Proteins, very important. So you're thinking fish, egg, milk. That's actually really important. If you want to go a step further, you can even include nuts. We don't even think about that.
I've never been an advocate for nuts.
If they're allergic.
Because, funny enough, not even for allergy reasons, because I consider nuts a choking hazard for many kids. Some kids just don't know how to handle them. Maybe kids after a certain age, but maybe younger. I've just always been off about nuts. And then you don't want a child offering nuts to another child that could, you know, God forbid, be allergic to it. So I've just been on that. But I wanted to jump back to the proteins. When it comes to egg. So now egg is very cost. It's like 200 naira. Are you saying we should give our kids an egg a day, or how are you saying we should manage this?
I would say do what your budget can handle for some of us. Because let's think about it, Titi. There are many people who are still shopping for things that the dollar price has completely skyrocketed. Even more than eggs. So if you can afford to do an egg a day, oh, that's brilliant. That's amazing. And if not, 3 times a week is also fine. Because when we cut down on those other things that are packaged and now extremely pricey, we'll be able to make more room for the healthier stuff.
So in terms of fruits, I used to do apples a while ago. But apple, I don't know. I think dollar has affected it. So now I don't know. So apples, no. Maybe oranges? What?
But, okay, so apples, definitely apples. Then oranges, but you want to be careful of what would stain there. You know, you don't want it to be so messy. So apples are great, bananas are great, grapes are great if you can afford it.
Hey, you don't come. You know what, let's wrap up this conversation. Some people are trying to change the channel as you mentioned grapes. All right, then, but it's really great to have you.
Thank you, Titi.
Thank you so much. But really, let's make some moves to make some adjustments in our kids' lunchboxes. Let's do away with all those packet drinks. There's not much inside anyway, and it's costing us money. Leave it. Get them a flask of nice, cool water, or maybe a small packet of milk. All right, then. We're wrapping it up on this conversation. Give us your thoughts. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, and we will get back to you. All right, then. Another quick break coming your way. Stay with us.
I love video games. I play video games once in a while. So whenever anybody's talking about money and talking about game at the same time, I think there's quite a lot that I can learn from that. Reb 360 unveils the Game of Money Conference, redefining financial dynamics for Nigerians. For me, for Mike, there's a lot I have to learn. We've got Tokwe Mark Odigye here, of course. It's not your view, but she's going to be talking about money. It is great to have you, Tokwe. You are welcome.
This is my first time on the set of...
It's the first time?
Yeah.
Hey, where's the bell? Let me ring. You're welcome. It's great to have you.
Yeah,
Let's go straight
happy
into
to
the
be
Game
here.
of Money Conference. I'm thinking of money and a game. Is money, can we describe money as a game or something?
Something where you win or lose is a game, right? Anything where you can win and you can lose is a game. And with money, you can win and you can lose.
Of course.
I don't think that there is any game that doesn't have a reward. And with money, when you understand it, there's the reward. The reward is that you are able to have freedom to do whatever you want to do. So what I noticed, I've always known that money is something I'm passionate about. But last year, I realized that we are all in a game. And when you don't understand the part you're playing in that game, you might just unconsciously be losing or playing for the other side. Like you are scoring home goal on your own,
on your own, exactly.
Because you don't know. So the conference is going to enlighten people to understand the little things they are doing that is costing them in this game of money. And there's no better time to discuss it than now. Everywhere you turn to, it's as if there's we are writing the book of lamentation in Nigeria. Yeah. And so people need to be empowered and equipped with the knowledge. It is not about lamenting. I can spend the next 30 minutes or 15 minutes with you talking about how rice is expensive or how data is now expensive or everything is expensive. But I'll spend that time letting you understand how, despite the expenses, we can still make this money because people are buying things and people are consuming.
Everybody.
The Game of Money Conference is for people who are earning. So it is not going to teach you how to make money. There's some people that are very confused. You go and find your own conference. This is not for you. This is for those that are making and are wondering where is it going to. So you're earning something.
So there's an inflow
somewhere. There's an inflow, but you don't understand what you can do to multiply it. So this Game of Money is to help people making money to multiply and manage their money effectively.
So, like you said now, so that shows the expectation. Somebody that's already earning something.
You have something coming in.
And all of that. Okay, so when is this conference going to be?
This Saturday, it's free.
It's free?
As in, okay, so one of the key things I wanted to achieve was I didn't want any barrier because I have had to pay for conferences. And I feel like if I learned the things I learned earlier on in my life, I wouldn't have suffered the time.
So you're telling me that this knowledge you want to give out, this knowledge that you have paid for prior to this time?
I have paid and I'm paying and I'm always paying. A lot of people that are coming there are coming based on relationship because they are my mentors and I have paid for those relationships.
But
like I've
people
invested.
That normally, if you wanted to hear
they're not
them,
going to talk to you for free.
You would pay to hear them.
You would pay to hear them.
Tell us
so we're having Dr. Lumide Emmanuel, we're having Tadikash, we're having Sumi Smart Francis. There are two categories of people that we're expecting. We're expecting people that earn from the career sector because there's a lie that we're being told that you cannot become wealthy on a salary. It is a lie. Being spread people that do not understand the game of money, you can earn a salary and build wealth within that salary space. And you'll be a faithful worker in your place.
Wonderful.
And you will still be wealthy.
Wonderful. We'll hold on that. Now we'll take a very short commercial break. It's all about money. This is quite interesting. We'll be back to continue on the Game of Money Conference. The last thing she said before we went on the break was how you can earn a salary and still be wealthy. That's one thing a lot of people think it's not possible. They say, you cannot become wealthy by earning a salary. How is that possible? Okay, so that will be broken down by our team of wonderful
career professionals, 25 years experience. Awile, she's worked in the UK, she's worked in the US, and she's working in Nigeria.
She's working in Nigeria
She's working in Nigeria now.
She has a global perspective
of building
finance.
wealth as a career professional. We have Abayomi Molenyi. Now, this is someone who manages other people's money, and that's a career. That's his career, and he's going to talk about it too. With over 15 years of working in the financial sector, also been abroad,
now here.
So
wonderful. Career professionals can break it down, that you can do it legitimately without stealing from the company, without hustling. You know, many people are now saying their way to make money is to now, you're earning there, you're hustling. You just wear yourself out. At the game of money, you would understand the principles on how you as a salary earner, career professional, can build your career into wealth. And there are possibilities here, and there are people that are doing that right here within Nigeria.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it's this Saturday. What is the date again?
17th. This Saturday.
17th.
This Love Saturday.
Where's
Don't
the
come
venue?
alone. Come with your significant other. You will be shalaye, plenty shalaye.
Oh, when you say significant order, that means...
if you are married or you are in a relationship,
it
will save you the time of arguing over how to spend money in your marriage or in your relationship, because the person you're dating or the person you're married to is also hearing about the money game. And they wouldn't be you won't be doing any shalaye. No need for evidence, because it's already there. They understand. You're on the same page. You have joint knowledge. So this Saturday at it's in Mende, Maryland, on the mainland.
Okay.
It is 13 Oki Lane.
Okay.
So if you register, which is very easy at www.reb360, REB, like reb.co. If you register at reb.co, you would get information even to get discounted transportation. So you don't want to drive that day. There will be options of discounted transportation, because we want to make it easy for people to master.
Do you have to register to be there?
Yes, you have to register.
What if you come to the door, just in case? Is there any plan for registration at the door?
No, we don't have registration at the door.
So there you have it. You have to go. Once again, the website again.
Reb360, reb360.co. For the game of money. You would see the banner there for you to register. It's a free conference. It's happening this Saturday, 17th of February, 2024. If you want to master the game of money, you should find your way there.
Now, just in case, for those that maybe might not have gotten the website, if they hit you up on social media, is that okay?
Send me a DM. The link is in my bio.
The link is in your bio, so that's where you can get everything.
Yeah.
Is it just one day?
It's just one day. It's a loaded day, though.
It's a loaded day. And what time is it starting?
From 9 a.m. the doors open, registration, and we're keeping to, because time is money. So anybody that really loves you will not waste your time. So this is not a conference where you are sitting down. Everything is back to back. As we prepared for career professionals, we're prepared for entrepreneurs. We have entrepreneurs who have failed and succeeded, who will share to entrepreneurs how they can build wealth.
Wonderful, Tope. It's great to see you talking about this with so much passion. Even if it's just your passion enough, that's enough for me to want to.
It can ginger you. The energy in the place will change you.
Let's go. All right. Oh, God. Presenters should not interview presenters again. I should say that. Thank you so much, Tope. We're looking forward to the Game of Money conference on 17th
Thank you. I have had a great time here.
All right. Okay, so we'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.
Thank you so much for staying with us this while. Right about now, we have our final interview for today. We're actually talking right now with Queen Elizabeth Okoye. Now, she's an actor, musician, and content creator. Her role as Somkele in the latest blockbuster, Roberta, produced by ace actor-producer Stephnora Okere, is one to watch. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Nigeria.
Thank you.
So the pronunciation is Somkele?
Yes.
Somkele.
Yes.
Amazing. So tell me about yourself. Before we get into Roberta, which is what we'll talk about today, tell me about yourself. I mean, you seem very artistic. So you're a makeup artist, you're a singer, you're an actor. So tell me, so when did you discover this creative side of yours?
I think it's something that I've always just had. You know, growing up, I'm quite very versatile with a lot of things. I like, you know, putting my hands in anything that's possible that I can put my hands on. So I think that's literally, you know, how it all started. I had so many dreams, you know, a lot of things I wanted to be, you know, growing up. But I mean, I'm in a good place right now, as you, like literally in a good place right now. So, but it's been amazing anyways, at the end of the day. It's been amazing, you know, combining acting, music, makeup artists, and all of that. I think in general, I can just say it's been fun.
It's been fun.
Yes.
All right, amazing. So tell me, so which predicated which, makeup artist or singing?
Which what?
Predicated, which came first?
Singing, actually. So everyone in my house sings. I come
everyone
from,
in your house. Oh, nice.
My dad is a singer. I've got 4 brothers and 2 big sisters, I'm the last. And everyone in my house sings. So music has always just run, you know, it's still running in the family. So everyone sings, and it's something that we
sings
do.
professionally?
Yes.
Ooh,
something
wow.
we do. Yes, yes.
Oh,
something
amazing.
we do.
Do you guys have like a family record or something?
Yes, actually we do. My dad still writes, you know, and you know, we kind of come together, probably Christmas, around Christmas period, we all come together, do songs written by my dad. My dad is literally still a choir master. He's been a choir master before I was born, and he still wants to. Yes.
Oh, that's so amazing. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. When I see siblings, family, family time all together, and they have one thing they do in common. Okay, that's amazing. Now, let's talk about you as an actor. So when did you start acting?
Officially, or let me say professionally, 2016.
Okay.
Yes, I played a role in a movie. I was the lead character in that movie. It's a musical movie anyways.
Of course.
Yeah, it had to do with, you know, me being a little girl. I think I played like I was 14 years old in the movie, and it was quite an amazing. And after that, I said, no, I know I've always wanted to do that. You know, in school, I studied mass communication, by the way. So in school, you know, you have to do theater arts and all of that, and there are parts where you have to do the drama team. So I know that's something that has always been, you know, inside of me, but I never visioned it like, you know, I want to be an actor. But after 2016, I said, okay, I like this.
You like this, and that's about it. Amazing. So since then, I mean, how did it feel, first of all? I mean, being the lead on your first.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. Let's talk about Roberta now. So tell me, what is Roberta about, and what was your role as Somkele?
I'm just going to spill a bit of the movie so that, you know, you can just
a little bit.
Yes, just a little bit so that you can. Roberta is a movie about a young girl who suffered abuse. You know, a young girl who is musically talented, and then she suffered abuse from her mom, and you know, she got vulnerable and she was tired of it. Listened, you know, to her friend's advice and literally went into the street. You know. Left school, and I said I'm going to see just a bit of the movie so that you can go watch it.
Go and watch it.
It will be premiering on Saturday.
Oh yeah, before, just tell us a little, what was Somkele?
Okay, what was Somkele?
Who was Somkele, yeah?
So I was the younger version of Somkele, and then I grew into being the Somkele. You get now? Yes, so I was the younger version, being the little girl from school, and then I grew into Somkele herself, who got married, had kids, and all of that. Okay,
so now you said in 2016, right? You actually acted as a 14-year-old.
Yes.
And now you're acting as a younger version.
Yes.
So now, still. So how does that? Do you think there's a stereotype in there because of how cute you are?
So to be honest, sometimes, you know, it can literally get to you, you know, being on the petite side. But I literally did enjoy it, you know, acting as a 14-year-old, being, I mean, sometimes when people still see me without makeup and all of that, they still assume, you know, that is, oh, she's a baby, she's a child, you know, but it's one that I actually did enjoy, you know, acting, and it's something I would, you know, still, in as much as I still want to play other roles, you know, being the big person and all of that, but acting as a 14-year-old was quite amazing. Yes, it was.
All right, amazing. I won't ask about your age, don't worry. So, I mean, it's Valentine's Day today.
Yes.
You're wearing red. It's awesome. It pops at you.
I mean,
so what's the plan?
What's the plan? Well, after here, I'm going to go back home. And just be home. Actually.
And just be home.
Yes.
So there's no one sending us flowers?
Well, no.
No, not at all. Guys, what are you guys waiting for? This is a wake up.
Well, no, I'm single.
Oh, you're single. Yeah. Amazing. So when you see yourself in the next 5, 10 years, what do you desire? What do you hope for?
I've always wanted, you know, because I do sing, and to be honest, everything that I'm doing altogether, I love and I'm enjoying. So I see myself, I mean, I'm doing absolutely amazing in my makeup career. I've got a studio and all of that. I've got staffs and all of that, right? But, you know, I see me, you know, doing even bigger things in the makeup industry.
Space,
music-wise, I mean, I want to be out there. Music is, most times I say music is my life. I mean, you like music, right? So I think everybody literally likes music. I see myself even doing, you know, bigger things in the music industry and also in acting. I mean, I see myself taking up bigger roles. Yes, bigger roles, you know, putting myself out there. So in 5 years, it looks like a long time.
It looks like it's not so long.
Not long, but I see me doing even bigger things that I'm doing right now.
Amazing. It was absolutely amazing speaking with you. I mean, I love the idea and the narrative that, I mean, you can be everything, right? You totally can be. It will be kind of difficult to balance out, but then again, we definitely...
If you love it.
Yeah.
If you love what
definitely what you're doing, exactly. So I feel no one should just do one thing.
Yes.
To be honest, that's what I feel. And I mean, you're doing great so far, and hopefully I'll probably visit your makeup studio.
Oh
soon.
yes, please, if you make it one.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
and wishing you all the very best and all the love that you need in this time and always. All right, so it's about that time, guys, where we have to go on this amazing Valentine edition. We have Titi and Mike in the kitchen. Guys, any final words?
Yes, so final comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Final words.
We're expecting the wonderful, the energetic, and Chef Mo, but he wasn't able to make it, but he will be here very soon next time.
You know, chefs are really busy on Valentine's Day. You know how many dinners they're going to be cooking today?
Definitely. But he planned to be here, but, you know, just was a little bit under the weather. But that's it. A wonderful show. Thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you to everyone who's been here. Just go out there and, you know, it's Ash Wednesday as well as it's Valentine.
It's Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent, and also a day to celebrate love and loved ones. All right, then show some love just because. Just because you can.
There's enough red to go around from Winfrey and Titi.
Why do you keep removing
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.